What the hell, everything from the Smith Hole. Happy Thursday, September 10th, 2020.
Wow.
When I say happy, I don't know about happy. And everything's going crazy. Everything's going crazy.
The world's a crazy place. That's a fair assessment.
The whole West Coast is on fire. It feels like the country's on fire.
Yeah. The West Coast is as orange as the president's forehead. It's pretty wild.
Should have made that joke on the air, man.
It just came to me after the fact. Sometimes that happens.
I don't like bringing up my bowel movement, so to speak, on the air necessarily.
I can't get why.
But it was just one of those things where, I had to give a shout out to a local business, even though I'm not talking smack about the local business. I enjoy the place, but gave me bad guts. It was all the cheese.
Yeah, all the cheese. I don't know. I ate some of that food your brother Levi sent with me.
Yeah.
Pulled pork. He had his homemade barbecue sauce with his baked beans he made himself. He had this smoked
stupid. The guy's
salmon
stupid.
pasta.
The guy's stupid.
I was just telling him upstairs, I'm like, dude, I ate so much food, and I blame you. He goes, excellent. And he just all calmly just looked at me and went, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I loved it. It was great.
Dude,
But
he hits it out of... I've never experienced anybody's cooking that every time they make something, it's just like award-winning gold,
Always.
like chef's things.
yeah,
It's
super
bad
creative.
for me.
Well, bad or good. I mean, like the smoked salmon thing, the pasta, I ate it in moderation, and it was so good, and it was good for you in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It wasn't... The main thing is just whole foods.
Like
cheese.
The thing with Levi is he's on keto right now, so all the stuff he made for this barbecue that he had people over for this past weekend, he can't eat any of it. So he's like, it's on you, pal. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to give this to Tim.
And I accept it gratefully.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
None of Levi's food gave me the poops, though, like Bubbas Shrek Burger.
Shrek Burger.
I'm going to try to navigate around this a little bit, try not to get, I don't want to get graphic.
Okay.
But what's the best word to put this? Is it gastric distress? Is it the best way to put that? Man, I went to, it's nothing against Bubbas in Traverse City. I love that place. It's great. Yeah. I went to Bubbas yesterday. It's the first time really in a long time that I've been out anywhere in any restaurant.
Feels weird, doesn't it?
Had a couple beers. Yeah, it feels really weird. Just going into a place with a mask on, and then when you sit down, you can take it off. Then you got to put it back on when you go to the bathroom or whatever. That doesn't have anything to do with the story. The thing that has to do with the story is that I had a couple beers, and then I ordered the Shrek Burger, named after the Mike Myers character. And it had it was I didn't know it was this big, man. It was gigantic. It was pulled pork, haystack onions, jalapenos, and then fried cheese. That's what it said on the menu, fried cheese. I thought it was just like a couple strips of fried cheese. And no, it was a slab that was as big as the burger. And you bite into it if you can get your mouth around it. We talked yesterday about my boa constrictor jaw. Trying to get my mouth over and bite down. And it was just oozing cheese. It was so gooey and messy. I'm like, I can't eat this right now. So I ate it. It was really good. But I ate it when I got home.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is messy. I'm not going to eat this in the middle of the restaurant. So I ate it when I got home. And went to bed. Everything was fine. And I didn't, I'm on the Metamucil regimen,
Yeah.
Didn't take any Metamucil last night. Went to bed. Woke up at 10:30, and I said, oh, my God, I should probably have taken Metamucil.
Oh, boy.
It was just, is that what they call, I don't know if it was the cheese or what. Is that like a possible, what do they call that, lactose intolerant or something?
If you haven't eaten a lot of cheese recently and suddenly you had a slab of cheese?
Oh, I've eaten a lot of cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you'd call that, but... Man,
it was just, I know what you call that. It was just too much.
Too much. And it sounds like your intestines could be dealing with some road construction in the near future.
I woke up at 10:30, like I said, and just having problems. I'm like, I had to take Metamucil before I went to bed. It's just a terrible, I don't know, however many hours. Going on 12.
Yikes.
Going on 12.
Do your pants fit better?
No. No. Although I think I'm on the downtrend here. I think I've been doing fairly well on the diet. Not as good as I want, but it's just stupid because I do things like that.
hey, you got to eat that stuff every now and again. If you never ate that, there's no enjoyment.
I'm at the age now where I'm on the Metamucil regimen, heartburn medicine regimen.
Oh, no.
The melatonin, and just my routine of like taking pills before I go to bed. Like shit.
Me, I'm like, I eat spinach and I brush my teeth and
yeah.
I drink a stupid gallon of water.
The spinach part leads to this.
Oh.
Tim Logan, I got to tell you, and I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable or anything, but you trimmed. You got your hair cut, got your beard trimmed the other day.
Yeah. I trimmed the beard myself, but the hair,
Now that the shag is gone, you can really see some features in your face. You can see the weight loss really well. Yeah.
Well, I thank you. I think.
I mean, you're a handsome fella. I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever told you that before, but I'll tell you right now. Tim Logan, you're a handsome fella.
I tell myself that in the mirror most every day.
Yeah? Does it make you feel better? Does it? Because I know it's a Stuart Smalley sort of thing where you got to just have some good vibes before you walk out the door.
I really don't. The only time I look in the mirror and think anything of myself, not recently, but I used to look at it and go, you just have a basketball for a face. And I'd be like, it's like a fuzzy basketball. This is terrible.
Yeah, you didn't have a basketball for a face.
For a while.
It was a different, it was like a soccer ball. It was different.
There was different panels on it.
Yeah.
But
I dated a chick with a basketball head before, and trust me, you don't have a basketball head. It's like a horror movie.
I don't remember her.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll remind you. That movie was titled Catfish.
Yeah, the haircut. You mentioned the hair. Like, whoa. I don't think anyone on these videos has ever seen my hair.
So whenever I see a picture of you without your hair or without your hat on, I'm like, oh, wow, that's what it looks like.
It's still kind of long up there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
This is fascinating audio, video.
Yeah.
But, there we go.
No, nobody ever sees your hair.
No.
They
probably think I'm as bald as can be, and the fact is, no, I'm just heading in that direction. I'm not there yet.
I'm just going gray. It's still there.
I take it.
Still going gray.
I still got some little lines on the side,
but getting gray doesn't mean anything.
No.
That we talked about the world's oldest porn star today.
Yeah, we did.
7 o'clock Wake and Break is about the world's oldest porn star, who is not Nina Hartley, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Still like her. Comes out of Japan. Yuko Ogasawara. She is almost 85 years old.
Wow.
She started doing adult videos 4 years ago at the age of 81.
She just started.
Now, the story is about how the coronavirus is... Only the coronavirus can slow world's oldest porn star. That's the headline, actually. And, I mean, that's really all it is she can't work because the adult industry is shut down right now in Japan.
Can't really social distance if you're doing that stuff.
No, but in the story, it's just hilarious how she gets in shape for this stuff. She's like, I'm getting in shape right now for whenever we get back to work. I'm doing calisthenics and stretching. It's just the amount of work that this lady is putting into it. I mean, look, whatever you want to do, if that's what you want to do. I saw a picture of her, and it looks like a traditional Japanese garb, like a kimono, and it looked very traditional and nice. And you would just expect not that.
I just hope I'm doing anything at 84, let alone getting all, I'm getting in shape for my porn career. Werewolves alone.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Yeah, man, I hesitate. I almost looked her up on the one of the sites, but I didn't. I don't know if I want to see that or not.
I don't know.
85, just still kicking.
I guess good for her.
Seriously, that's your Wake and Break. Now you feel normal. You did like it. I knew you were gonna.
Oh my God, she's so happy.
Yeah, she is.
Like, she's the happiest woman with a dick in her face I've ever seen.
By the way, that did not go on the air. That was after we talked on the show. I didn't look it up. Like, what? I mean, how?
Things happen. I Google them, and that sometimes, my ads for Facebook and other things after the fact should reflect my silly searches. But
silly searches. This was actually an idea we had in the middle of the show today. Something we want to do on the show is look at Tim's at the end of each show. Look at Tim's
search history.
Search history. So look that up real quick. Look up your search history from today. And if we could make that an on-air bit, I think that could be funny. What?
Ryan Reynolds, where did he go to college? 7 and 4 News. Tech Insider, that pooping video. The one I love lyrics. Nina Hartley. Yuko Ogasawahara, the woman we just talked about.
All right.
Yeah, that's...
You searched Nina Hartley, huh?
Well, you said the name, and I'm like, she's got to be old.
She's 60-something.
Yeah, 61.
Yeah, and I don't even care. I don't even care. Nina Hartley, man.
Yeah, that was from our childhood. I mean, that sounds creepy to say. Yeah, that porn lady from our childhood.
Yeah, but I didn't start watching her until I was later into adulthood.
Yeah. That's what I meant, is she started around the age of our childhood.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Just longevity. That's a legend right there.
Keeps on going.
We actually debated in inner workings, debated on whether we wanted to talk about this or not, because I feel like we're just at what a weird point in history.
Yeah.
That I've ever been in. And I think anybody alive, really, outside of anybody who lived through the Great Depression and World War II, there's not too many of those left. But it's from the coronavirus pandemic, which half the people don't believe in, increasing racial strife,
social unrest,
natural disasters, wildfires from gender reveal parties.
Everything's crazy.
Social media it is the craziest time that anybody has ever been in.
Yeah, when we say 2020, it's not even just a catchphrase. It's
a way of life.
This whole year is just what the hell everything. That's how the name of this podcast even happened.
Yeah.
Was just because everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Here's the clip. What the hell, everything? That's from a previous show. That I was talking about all the stuff going on. You're like, what the hell, everything?
Yep.
But we debated about, talking about stuff like this, because, obviously I've talked about the Black Lives Matter thing before and made it a point too. The things that I think are important to talk about. But I like talking about these sorts of things, things going on in the world, current events, rather than, I like getting into these things once in a while.
Well, the thing of it is everybody gets so triggered. You say a particular name, whether it's this person, that person, thing, and people freak out. And honestly, the thing that Smitty's trying to tell you about is all these tapes and the recordings and the stuff that Trump has been saying or was saying as Bob Woodward, the esteemed journalist, was trying to write his book.
Well, how many interviews did he get? Did he say it's something like 13 interviews since March or February for Bob Woodward's upcoming book?
Yeah, over the course of several weeks. And it wasn't like a gotcha. It was Trump said, yeah, sure, I'll talk to you, Bob. You're respected, and I'll give you an interview. And a lot of things he said were just bonkers.
It's worth getting into. Mm-hmm. Let's look at some of these quotes that he gave Bob Woodward. Now, again, let's just get into it.
Well, some of the things I was looking at, now the website is wonket.com. I'm not sure what that is, but it's some type of journalism website. And you get right out there and say it sounds crazy, but
these are actual quotes
from the Bob Woodward
real
stuff.
News.
And it says, "My bleeping generals are a bunch of pussies. They care more about their alliances than they care about trade deals." That's I don't know that that's something a president's ever said.
I mean, they could. I'm sure presidents talk shit.
Well, yeah.
Once in a while. I'm sure every president does it, but it just seems to be like a different level of talking shit.
Yeah, and just some of the stuff, though, you think, like maybe it was just a matter of the amount of media back then. Like, you go back to the 60s, even the 1920s, obviously. It's not like everybody had all this information in the click of a finger. It was the newspaper, and it might take months for that story to develop, but now it's all immediate. I mean, for instance, they talk about Trump meeting Kim Jong-un, and he said to himself, holy shit, he's far beyond smart. And I mean, he's saying that about this ruthless dictator, which just blows my mind. And he says that basically Kim Jong-un tells him everything, including graphic accounts of having his uncle killed, things like that.
Yeah, and to say it in such a reverent tone. Look, you just got to look at it. You got to look at it objectively. And you got to say, this guy says stuff like this all the time. Every time it comes out, either, he didn't say that, or, it's out of context, or,
they got him.
It was a gotcha interview. None of this is gotcha stuff. This is something a terrible person says.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Joe Biden fan. I'm not, but it's just the most insane thing see from anybody in any position of power. It's just another candle on the cake.
Yeah. I mean, it's astonishing. Like, that's the thing, is I'm not saying whether he's right, wrong, a consistent stream of these thoughts, but just the idea that if he said these things, and the recordings of him, he said them, I don't care the context. It's like, wow, he's saying these things. That's not something a president has ever done, at least not in a place where even they knew maybe they could be put out in front of everyone with those statements. And he just doesn't seem to care.
No, it's
he just says
it's tough to watch.
It's amazing.
Tough to soak in every day, because you and I are on this news cycle every day.
Yeah.
And obviously on the radio show, we don't ever bring anything like this up. Very seldom on the podcast too, like I said, but, it wears on you every day. Not being able to talk about it is just...
That's the thing of it. It's not even a political stance or thought or anything. It's just... That's basically the overarching fact. The Trump stuff every day, whether you're for or against or whatever, it's just every day. Everything, he's just hanging over everything. Doesn't matter what you're doing, what you're thinking about, what you're involved in. He's just kind of always right there. And if you aren't thinking about it, someone else is going to inject him into what you're thinking about or talking about. Or, I mean, we're doing it right now, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's just... It's like you said, it's tiring. It's like, dude, be a president and just go away for a few days.
That and the fact that everybody, Trump supporters left and right, and there's all kinds of people on the left when I see Trump supporters left and right.
Yeah.
So, that was a weird...
All around.
Yeah. I forgot my point anyway. It doesn't matter. Lost my point.
Well. I'm thinking of a jumping back in point.
No, there's no jumping back in point. There's no jumping back into this. We can't get into this again.
We're canceled. Thanks, Karen.
No, it's just look, you just see the stuff and you're like, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
Just just need a little normalcy. Just a calm few days. Like, I want something not terrible to happen for like a week. Take a mental vacation of terrible and just let things be normal. And when I say normal, just, nobody got super big injustice against them. Nobody got killed for no reason. Some terrible thing, wildfires and all this argument, and just
what the hell, everything.
Makes me wish I were like a penguin in Antarctica. But then I'd be stressed out because my land was melting. I probably got that wrong. Some scientist is like, they live not in Antarctica. It's in the other Arctic thing.
Nobody cares about facts anyway. Nobody cares about facts.
Science, facts, nonsense.
All right, we're going to stick around. We're going to record a Smittle Cinemas for tomorrow. And that is going to be Batman, the Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson Batman, which is the best Batman.
Based on a true story.
Is it about 2020?
No, you just said facts don't matter. So
Oh.
Batman based on a true story.
Touche. What the hell, everything? What the hell, everything?